How did I learn to speak fluently in English as a kid without tuition or attend an international school? Well, of course, you probably don't know the answer to it, and that's why I'm just gonna share my experience on how did I learn English. I like to credit my mom for the first part of this, which she showed me a couple of channels to watch. Not really channels, but cartoons, which are the Backyardigans, Barney the Dinosaur, and Dora the Explorer. Now, of course, when I was a kid, when I watched those, I just follow along the stories, sang along, and even sometimes dance when, of course, they dance too. And for example, Dora the Explorer, they say, "Where is the blueberry hill?" And then, of course, I answered, "There is the blueberry hill." Of course, as kids usually do, because they're easily entertained. And yeah, I just sang along, and without even knowing, I learned how to understand words in English because, of course, when they were talking about blueberries, I also see on my screen, oh, those are blueberries. So basically, I learned the meaning with visual context. Now, of course, I'm not gonna watch those channels every time as I get older, and of course, I'm gonna change channels eventually. And so, in Act Two, Part Two of this, basically I watched a show which most people, especially my generation, would probably know and love, Nickelodeon. And basically, I watched a lot of shows from that. The ones I remember and basically watch every day are four, which are Paw Patrol, SpongeBob, Blaze. I don't know if you guys know this, but Blaze is basically about cars. And the last one, oh yeah, The Loud House. Now, those shows, when I watched them, again, I just followed the story. I just watched it for entertainment. But again, it expanded my vocabulary. It made me found new words. Also, in this era of time, I got a tablet. Now, of course, when you have a tablet when you're young, you're obviously gonna play some games in it. And the games that I play on those specifically were Minecraft, and yeah, basically Minecraft. And it's been 10 years since I've played Minecraft. I've played Minecraft for 10 years, which is generally crazy to me. Anyway, back to how I learned English. Minecraft basically taught me real life things. What do I mean by real life things? Again, same as the first one about Dora the Explorer or basically SpongeBob. When I mine wood, for example, I know, oh, this is a wood. Where did it came from? A tree. And so when I found it in real life, oh, this is called a tree. This is called wood. What's underground? It's cobblestone. Oh, what is that? Oh, lightly weathered cut copper stairs, something like that. And basically, it expanded my vocabulary. And yes, while I was learning those vocabulary words, again, I didn't really thought of those. I just go with the flow because again, I was basically just playing around, making, I don't know, water slides maybe. I remember I don't know why I made it, but I made like a kraken, but it was on the ground on land. So yeah, my imagination's pretty creative, I'll be honest. Now, next is, of course, school. Now, of course, as I said, I already got a tablet, so I moved on from TV also to YouTube. And yeah, it's basically the same thing as watching cartoons. It's just that it's other people making content, not a big company. Now back to school. School basically just reinforced my English, or basically filled in the gaps, aka spelling. Because how would I supposed to know that Wednesday is pronounced, no, actually spelled Wednesday? How am I supposed to know if I did not learn how to spell? Of course, it also taught me to read things and pronunciation as well. But technically, because I had English in the back of my mind already, it became easier to understand the subject. Again, my mom bought me some stuff, which are some storybooks for me to read. Even once bought an app, not really bought, but downloaded an application to read ebooks, even though I rarely read them, but still, it actually improved my vocabulary. And of course, all of that leads us to today, where right now I'm in an international school. So when I came to that international school, I was already basically familiar with the language and didn't felt, oh my god, I have to speak English now. Basically, not like that. To wrap it up, I think any language could be learned like that because, of course, first of all, you're having fun while doing it, and yeah, it's just fun in general. Because based on my experience, it was pretty fun. So I like to ask, what cartoons or just anything that made you learn English so that you can watch this video? So comment down below, and of course, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next Friday.